I need to start this video with a bit of a confession. You see, when I first started this YouTube channel and started making the golf videos, my game wasn't in the best of shape and, well, I'm not a pro golfer. But when I turned the camera on and hit record, I started to shoot good scores on camera. Turn the camera off and the scores seemed to get worse. That took me a while to figure out what was going on. The answer was actually the most obvious thing, and it was something that a pro had taught me years ago when I was a kid. And if you're watching pro golf week in, week out, it's actually right there in front of you the whole time on the TV as well. So my confession is that, well, I don't know that there is actually a set number of shots needed to shoot better scores, 3, 2, 1, anything like that. What I do think is that golfers tend to be looking for a silver bullet, ways to improve quickly. And I'm actually not sure it's as complicated as that. The reason I realized I started playing well when there was a camera on me was more because of the fact that I changed my process. To help bring you guys along with me on the journey, I had to get really specific about what I was doing and start talking out loud through the shots that I was playing. That meant really getting the camera behind the ball, really describing the hole, really describing what I was trying to play. And it's in doing that that you get so much clarity and commitment to the process about the shot that you are trying to take on. That was something I'd actually been given as a tip by a pro when I was younger, and I, to be fair, lost my way with it. But it's also something that you see the pros do on TV every week when they're discussing it with their caddy, working through that shot, but then hitting a real clear visual and saying it out loud so that they're committed to what they're going to take on. So having practiced this for a while, there's definitely some right and wrong ways to go about doing it. So I'm going to take you through this par 5 and just explain how I would do this and play each of the shots. Hopefully it's a good practice and reminder for me, and fingers crossed it's going to help some of you out there. So you're starting off, I can tell it's a 550-yard par 5. There's a big pond on the left. That's the biggest problem for me right now. There looks to be more space out right. And although the hole works its way around, it's kind of an S shape. I really want to make sure I'm moving left to right off the tee. With that in mind, I'm going to tee the ball up on the right-hand side of the tee. Promotes me thinking to hit it that kind of way. I'm going to also grip the club a little bit more tightly in my left hand. Again, it's just a feel that I have that helps me with that sense of hitting a cut. Get behind the ball, get specific. So at the moment there's a bird sat in the middle of the fairway, but going past that there's the end tall tree that I can see. That's where I want to start it. I want to hit a cut off that. There's another tree on the right where ideally I'd like to see it finish, but really I want that left to right shape. It's going to move me away from the pond and hopefully put me in a good position for my second shot. Well, there we go. I've started it on the tree I wanted. Slight cut, not as much as I wanted to. Nice and safe in the end, and it's going to be in a good position. Okay, so there's the pond that we've missed like we wanted to off the tee. But if you're watching this video, please don't just jump straight into the comments and be like, well, he hits it left to right, I hit it right to left, I shank a couple, he doesn't. Don't do any of that type of thing. Be brave with this one. Give it a go. You've got to give it 18 holes. Go out there and actually talk through the shot that you want to hit. You don't have to say it to your playing partner, but you do need to say it out loud for it to really work, in my opinion. Try it out there on the golf course, then see what you make of it. And if you need to be one of the people that comes back and tells me I'm an idiot, do it then, but give it a go first. So I've been laser in this one. I can't quite work out what would be my shot if I was going to go for the green. So that's out of the question here. What I want to do is, though, I've picked a spot that's 175 yards away. It's in the fairway, and I think that will give me a good angle in for my next shot. So now I need to be fully committed to that. I'm going to take a 6-iron because I don't want to have to overswing. I want to hit a nice, comfortable one. I'm going to play for, there's a mound on the left-hand side, just where the dark part of the mound ends. That's going to be my starting line. Again, I want to hit a little cut into this one, mostly because of the shape of the hole. And that's just the way that I'm going to see it. Other people would see it differently. Now we just need to see if we can play the shot. The one thing I'd say here is it's no easier for me than it is for anyone else. Bad shots are going to happen. but you want to try and be clear in your mind, because if you're clear in your mind, you might find that you just commit to it in a slightly different way. So we've actually finished on the mound that I was describing before my second shot, so I can't be too unhappy with that. The biggest thing from here is more that it's on a downslope. The ball's below my feet and it's in the rough. I've got 58 yards to the pin. The tree's not really in my way, so that's not the issue. The biggest issue is ensuring I get a good contact. In terms of my swings, I have a half swing which I think of as about 50 yards. I have a 3/4 that's at 75. So in my practice swing, I need to try and feel what the distance is that I want in terms of length of swing. But then after that, I see the shot in my mind, I commit to the swing and I ensure the contact. Your descriptions don't have to stop with your shots into the green either. Do them on your chips, do them on your putts as well, because that's just exactly the same. It's getting that clarity over what you see and committing to it. So I'm going to see this. I haven't had a putt yet today. It's downhill, the greens are wet. It would be very fast. The greens might slow it up a little bit, but I definitely see it as going right to left. There's some sort of mark on the green here. That might be my start line. I want to miss this pitch mark, and then I would think that from here, this is where it starts to go in. That'll be the line that the putt's going to come in from. So my job really is to get the pace, to get the start line to that point and let it come in. Oh, that was nearly the scripted ending that we'd like to see, but I hope something in this video helped you. Hope you'll give this a go, and I'll see you in another one soon.